we have. Well, now we're out on the road. Now, if all you people out there, if maybe you've ever been to Florida, seen pictures of Florida, have an idea what Florida is like, both north and south, or if you're somebody that's been in the market that has sold or is in the market to buy a house, today we're going to feature, okay, you ready for this? We're going to show you not only the most expensive house in Florida, but the most expensive house in the whole United States. Okay, you ready for this? Price tag. Now save up your stimulus checks. It's only a mere $159 million. How about that, okay? Or you have to sell a lot of lemonade if you open up a lemonade stand. But it's located in a place called Millionaire Mile. Yeah, like go figure, okay? And that's in Hillsborough, Florida. Okay, gang, I was telling you about this house that's in Hillsborough, Florida, which is on Millionaire Mile. Now, in Hillsborough, there's also an inlet there, of course, called the Hillsborough Inlet. And at the mouth of the inlet, there's a very famous lighthouse. And from my own personal experience, the Hillsborough Inlet, it's a very rough inlet. There's been many boat accidents in there. People have drowned in there because the water is rough. There's currents coming from all different directions. But, like again, from my experience, the fishing is fantastic. I've been there with friends. We've caught snook, tarpon, all kinds of grouper, snapper, etc., etc. So that's what basically the Hillsborough Inlet is known for, and it's located, like I said, in Hillsborough, Florida. Now, also, too, in Hillsborough, there's also Hillsborough Beach, too. In Hillsborough, there's also a statue called the Barefoot Mailman, which I'm going to get into in a few minutes and enlighten you about that. Okay, gang, remember before I was telling you about the Barefoot Mailman statue? Well, get this. Now, if you get all pissed off because you ordered stuff from Amazon and it didn't come on time, it's taken too long, or your letter from the post office got ripped, or it got lost, well, imagine this. Imagine if you lived in like in the 1800s, 1885 to be exact, because the Barefoot Mailman used to walk your mail to your house or to a destination like where you lived in your area, okay? Now, the statue I said is in Hillsborough Beach, but in 1885, the U.S. mail route that was first formed went from Palm Beach all the way down to Miami, okay? The route was 68 miles long each way. And it was started by a father and son who contracted with the U.S. government to walk the mail, all right? Now, along the time there was at least 15 men that were known as the Barefoot Mailmen. And the reason why they were barefoot, because the first thing that probably comes to your mind, like walking on I-95, but back in the 1800s, they used to walk along the beach. Of course, so it was like, when you walk in the sand, feel it between your toes. Imagine doing it as a profession. Then when he used to get to a body of water, he used to row a boat across the body of water. Now, what happened, by today's standards, that would be like insane, of course. But the statue known as the Barefoot Mailman commemorates, there was a mailman, his name was James Ed Hamilton. Now, all of a sudden, he just disappeared. I would think that the guy just quit. Because if I had to walk 68 miles or travel 68 miles, whether it's water or land, forget forget it, okay? Which most of you would probably think the exact same way. But anyway, it was thought that he probably capsized in the boat someplace and he drowned or it was eaten by sharks, okay? And others, they think were also lost exactly the same way.
Well, Jersey, I got to tell you, the story of the barefoot mailman is something else, man. Hillsborough is not just rich in its beauty, but it's also rich in a lot of its history, and pretty fantastic story. But, today we're really talking about that $150 million property that's being sold. Vista Playa, or is it Playa Vista? What's the story with that, Debra? Let me know what's going on and let the people know.
Like Jersey Mike had mentioned, this $159 million home, they actually call Playa Vista Isle. And the reason why they call it that is because of the location to the water. It's actually located with a view of both the ocean and the intercoastal. And this property is located on the Hillsborough Mile. So the owner of the spectacular home is Robert Pereira, who's from Massachusetts, which is also where I'm from, if you couldn't already tell by my accent. He also is an owner of a company called Middlesex, which was probably one of the largest companies I've seen around growing up in Waltham, Massachusetts. Robert got his inspiration from the Palace of Versailles in France, and I got to tell you, this house has everything in it. Anything you can think of, they've got it. We're talking 11 bedrooms, 22 baths, a 20-car garage. There's even a putting green and the first and only private IMAX theater. Can you believe that? And of course, it has a 4,500 square foot infinity pool with 6 waterfalls. I mean, the list goes on. There are so many amenities in this place. It's ridiculous. And let's not forget the 22-karat gold leaf detailing that's throughout the whole house. So this one-of-a-kind, spectacular home is going to be digitally auctioned off. I think it's November 12th, and then they're going to finish it up on November 15th. So just like Jersey Mike said, if you want to get your family, your friends, and your neighbors, get all those stimulus money and try to put a bid in and see if you get the house, just want to say, if you do, just make sure you invite me for dinner. Good luck.
Hey, gang. We're going to wrap this up for today. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We hope that you found it very informative. And if there's ever a topic or something that you'd like to see on the show, feel free to write us. So for myself, Jersey Mike, and my 2 co-hosts, Debra Face, your face for real estate, and good old Coach Nick, we want to say peace out and have a great day.